So today is I think the 19th of July 2019. I have returned to the West Pioneer Mountains in southwest Montana. This is my first day hike in here in probably 6 to 7 years. These obviously are the West Pioneers. Let's see here. Right kind of above there you see the high peaks of the East Pioneers, and then let's see here, right to the right and above that little shallow notch there, you can just see a sliver of the high peaks of the Tobacco Roots. There are 3 lakes in this basin. They are all, two of them have west slope cutthroats. They're stocked at 4-year intervals. The 2 lakes do throw big fish. I've only fished one of them. There's another one. One of the big fish lakes is over in here, and has very nice fish, but it's I don't say it's too difficult to get to, but part of it is cross country, and I'm going down towards this other lake here. And then there's another lake kind of over this way that actually has golden trout in it. They converted it from goldens to west slope. So anyway, onward. So here we are, my lake in the West Pioneer Mountains of southwest Montana. I fished this lake, I think 3 previous times. The first 2 times it was red hot. The last time I was skunked. I spent all day fishing hard, didn't even see a fish. This lake is stocked every 4 years with west slope cutthroats. It does produce big fish. My biggest fish in the high country was caught here. So it was last stocked in 2016. So there should be some 3-year-olds in here, and maybe some of the there should be some of the older 7-year-olds in this lake, which would be big fish. They'd be about 25 inches. The 3-year-olds, because of the feed in this lake, the 3-year-olds probably 13 to 15 inches. They're nice fish for 3-year-olds. So we'll see. My best luck has been down here, along this edge, and down there at that corner. I guess there's an inlet down there, or an outlet, and there's actually a bottom. I brought my waders with me in case I need to wade. So here, we'll see. Just started fishing. It's windy, tough. I've already gotten 2 or 3 misses out there. Watch the strike indicator. There are fish here, and I'm fishing on off the shelf here, and I've had a couple of takes, and I've missed both of them. There's a shelf right out in front of me, and it drops off. I've waded out here quite a ways, and I'm fishing an olive peacock calabatus nymph tied balance style, and then an emerald chironomid pupa above it. And of course, the one time I cast out with the camera on, it's all right. And so the wind is pushing it in, which is just fine. That's kind of what you want it to do. So now we're going to pick it up, we're going to recast. See what happens here. So let's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fish off this drop off and move down. This is interesting. I had 3 grabs here, and now nothing. So evidently it must have been one fish in the area or something. They cruise in groups is what they do. And there's one, and I missed him because I wasn't paying attention. And that's what happens. You take your eye off and you miss them. That's one of the most challenging things about this type of fish. It's very effective, but you take your eye off, and all they need is a split second. You gotta hook. You gotta set the hook on them when they take. Well, I had one and lost him. Finally, it looks like I've managed to hook one. I've had about 5 takes. Most of them misses because I just haven't been paying attention. And looks like I've got one here. It's a nice fish. Nice fish. These cuts, they don't jump, but they bulldog. They like to bulldog, and they just bulldoze towards the bottom, and you got to be careful in this lake because they do, they're well built, or they used to be, and this guy does feel well built. I wish I would have brought my net. He's not quite ready to come in. He's a nice fish. He's 12, maybe 13. So here's your west slope. Oh yeah, he's nice. He's about 14 inches. Here's your west slope. Your west slope cutthroat. This is a 3-year-old. Gosh, they're pretty fish. Pretty fish. There you go, buddy. And you can see how they have an arc that runs from the top of their gill to their anal fin there, and below that arc there are no spots. And then they have that crimson belly. Beautiful fish, some of my favorite cuts. So despite the wind out here, this is actually a good thing. One of the things it does with that strike indicator is it bobs it up and down, and it enhances the action of the flies, kind of jigs them a little bit. It can be very effective. The other thing is with these, with this water like this choppiness, these fish will feel more secure, and so they're more apt to feed, and they'll actually come in close. Wind in the high country, you know, I mean, it's bad in that it interferes with your casting, but overall it's a better thing, a much better thing, because it's generally better for the fishing, especially if there's bigger fish like there is here. So I'll demonstrate what I'm doing here. I've got a Denny's olive calabatus nymph as the bottom fly, and about a size 16. It's tied balance style, and then a couple feet above that I have an emerald chironomid pupa, and I'm just, you know, letting it drift with the wind. Sometimes you got to untangle the dropper here, but so I'll just kind of demonstrate what I'm doing here. So I throw it out there, and if there's wind, you can let it move it. I mean, that's a good thing. You know, the wind's kind of blowing towards me, although the breeze is kind of let up for just a minute. And you kind of keep the line, you know, as tight as you can. You really don't want to move the fly. If there's wind moving it, you don't want too much movement, I guess is what I'm saying. And then if the wind dies down and it's calm, you just barely want to move it. No wake on the strike indicator. That's kind of how you do it. And then, you know, the fish will, you know, they'll grab one of the flies and take the strike indicator. That's kind of the technique here. Look at that guy. Look how fat he is. That is a gorgeous West Slope. This is a hen. This is a female. And easy does it. She is gorgeous. Nice and fat. There you go. All right. There you go. She's got eggs. And I got to be careful with this guy. There's a log out here just to the right of me. And they definitely like to bulldoze deep. These fish do. So you got to kind of, and there's, you know, they're good sized fish. That's what he's doing. So there's, yeah. Keep some pressure on him. This one's a little smaller than the other two, but still pretty decent. They're beautiful fish. These are some of my favorite cutthroats to catch. They're gorgeous fish. They have kind of an olive green back. I can't tell. This might be a little male from the kype. He's got a small kype. Yep, looks like he might be a little male. I don't know. There you go. Oh, that wasn't good. Got the camera wet. I don't know, 1:45 or so, almost 2 o'clock. I'm still here at this lake. This morning before lunch I caught and released 4 fish. Missed or lost a few others. And I just kind of noticed in the last hour or so before lunch, the catching and the action kind of got slow. So the other thing I noticed is there's some caddis popping up out of the lake and a couple of calabatus duns I saw. So I decided I'd change up and got rid of the chironomid, and I've got a Denny's calabatus emerger on here, and then Denny's calabatus nymph is what this is, and then I've got Denny's AP emerger, and I'm going to fish these under a strike indicator and kind of see how that works. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shot in the dark, but I don't know. You never know. Well, it looked like this paid off. I just missed one, and then I've got this guy here. Be interesting to see what he hit. If he hit the emerger or the calabatus nymph. Looks like he hit the emerger. I fished a lot of. The AP emerger is a great pattern. I've never fished it under an indicator like this though. That's kind of a new deal here, but all right. Here we go. Yep. Boy, he's a fat one. Boy, that's a pretty guy. Very pretty. Let's see what we don't want to do. And I did it. Here we go. Alright, so he's coming. Let me get him back up here. This is a fat West Slope. Whoa, baby. Yeah, he's certainly fat. He hit the AP emerger, which is interesting. Yep, beautiful fish. Real pretty fish. So I want to get him. This is a male. And I can tell because he's got milt. Well, lost him. This fish went airborne. I lost one here a few minutes ago. Well, he's a nice guy. Another nice fish. Oh yeah, he's gorgeous. I'd really like to get a picture of this fish. I've just been having problems doing that. Nice little west slope. He hit the Denny's Calabatus nymph. He's a nice fish. He's 14, maybe 15. He must be 15. And he does not want to come to hand. Just keep the pressure on and these fish are sure fat. Boy, that's a nice fish. Yeah, he's 15, 16. Wow, look at him. That's a male. Boy, he's pretty. Yeah. Here, let's see. Let's take you into shore and see if we can get a picture of you. Well, I'm having a tough time with this guy. He may have me in some weeds here. He whacked it. Yeah, he's trying to get me in the weeds there. It's a nice fish. He's a big fish. He's nice. Similar to the one I just caught. Another nice west slope. It's been a pretty good day. It's been slow at times, but it's been pretty... Boy, these are just such nice fish. This is a nice fish. This guy, he might be 17 inches. He's a gorgeous... Look at him. Wow. Let's see if we can get him in the sun here. Look at him. I still got him. What a handsome west slope. Wow. Gorgeous. Yeah, okay, all right. See if we can get one more good look at him and then we'll do the release. There you go.